Hello, legends and super legends. Welcome to Veloharmony. The sun has returned to my area. It's actually a beautiful sunny day. We haven't had many of those on the last few Saturdays. And so I'm going to be rolling out in a bit, but I wanted to just share with you all that it's been a challenge, getting out consistently, getting those Ks in with everything that's going on. And I know those of you who live in areas where you can't get out, it's even harder. So just stick with it, get on the trainer. I'm making these videos to keep you motivated as much as possible because it's not easy. Especially with my friend Paul, my close buddy, nursing an ailing back. So he's not back to riding yet. He's doing a lot of stretching and so forth just to kind of keep things loose because it tightens up on him a lot. And so riding solo and just the disintegration of all the group rides and everything people are going through with all the news about this stuff, it's enough to be a downer. So don't let it keep you down. Keep your spirits high. And that's the best you can do in these challenging times. So I'll do my best to try to keep these rides as interesting as possible to keep you all motivated, whether you're inside or you can go out, okay? So stick with it, it will get better.
I left Northampton, rolled through the woodlands. I took the most direct route, took Flint Ridge out to Sterling Ridge and got on to 1488. I wanted to give you all a chance to see Lake Windcrest. It's a nice community there. You see the lake. Goes around the lake and loops back around. Very nice shots that I got of the homes and the surrounding area. I think you'll enjoy. But I decided to do it that way based on feedback from last week's film. And I think it will really enhance these solo rides until things kind of loosen up. There aren't a whole lot of group rides going on, of course, because we're trying to keep the spread down. So stick with it. It will get better. I hope you enjoy the clips.
Hello, legends and super legends. This is what I was talking about. We finally got the sun to show up on a Saturday here. It's a beautiful day. Fair day. So I'm rolling out here. Start that head unit.
All the squirrels are out this morning. I guess they like the weather.
That's one of the delivery trucks. That's Amazon. That's all we see around here now. Everybody's ordering stuff. The squirrels are out. It is a brisk, cool morning. It's about 15 Celsius, I'm estimating. About 57, 58 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's nice and cool. We got a front that came in yesterday, bro. This nice, crisp weather. We had gotten in the 30s earlier in the week, Celsius, which is too hot for this time of the year.
Yeah, the weather's been changing like every 24 hours around here. Par for the course this time of year.
So it's nice for a change. I changed the equipment. I've got the lighthouse white out. You put this in follow mode so you can paint.
It was nice having the sun out.
Bike out and see if I can get my kit. I hope this is a good shot of my kit. Matching my socks. Those of you who saw the turn.
Before the wind kicked in, I was saying, those of you who saw the prologue got to see my kit.
% climb right here.
This climb here, I thought it was 2%, is more.
Area, so as soon as I start, I'm dealing with ups and downs. I keep my gears low.
give my body a chance to warm up.
This one ended up being around 4%. So I live in the hills. It's up and down.
We have squirrels galore out here.
You see the squirrels running.
It's always busy.
Because I start in the hills, I always keep my gears low to get a good warm up when I start out. Since this was a rest week, I decided to stay close to the region and just go to Lake Windcrest, because next week I will start ramping up mileage. This is the 6th week in the plan, so I backed off a bit. I decided to film in a manner that replicates where my eyes are going, so you're going to see the camera with a lot of movement today, just as an experiment to keep things interesting.
I wanted to share this area with you guys. This is closer to my home, a couple of kilometers down the road. This is Rayford, West Rayford Boulevard. There are a few people out walking. Put this on follow mode.
There are few people out walking here, but in a little while I come across a grocery store.
Such a fair day that I wanted to get more clips today.
I don't film the grocery store, but it was crowded.
Same, there just aren't that many people out. A day like this, it would be packed. So I think that, like I explained earlier, a lot of people are feeling kind of blah, and they're not coming out. When people are locked down like this, you have a lot of situation where people feeling depressed. So we've got to hope that people don't let it get them down too much.
Yeah, what I was saying about the grocery store is try not to go when it's crowded.
But I'm going to cut through a neighborhood here to share with you Augusta Pines. I like that we have a lot of space in the area where I live because we're not on top of each other. Like if you live in a high-rise apartment building, you're closer to other people. So here we have a lot of space so you can spread out. And I think it does make a difference in keeping that distance they want us to keep. This is Augusta Pines Parkway East. Nice road. A lot of beautiful homes. Everybody's just staying in. Usually by now people will be out. I mean, it's about 8:30 something in the morning. 8:34. There's usually a bunch of people out here.
Most people are trying to follow the order, but there's always a few that think they know better. So try not to go to the stores when they're crowded, because you don't want to be around a lot of people in an enclosed space. That will defeat the purpose.
It is Easter weekend, so a lot of churches are having virtual services.
So later on the ride, I didn't film it, but I came across a grocery store. The parking lot was packed, as if to say these were normal times. That's just a bad idea, because usually everybody shops for groceries on Saturdays. Try not to do that. Go during the week, early in the morning, however you can mix it up, so you're not around a lot of people, because even the people that work in the grocery stores are catching this stuff. So some of the stores are putting plastic shields around the cashiers. Because it makes no sense for the order to say distance yourself and now everybody runs to the grocery at the same time. That kind of defeats the purpose of it. Personally, I think the best thing you can do is be out on your bike on a solo ride, because you're not around anybody, or out running by yourself. So just use your head, use your common sense. You don't need people to tell you what to do. Just keep yourself protected. Don't hang around people at this point until this stuff is under control and they've got it to where they got a drug for it or something to help people deal with it, at least identify who has it. This is a route that I use when I don't want to go too far out. Sometimes during the week, I'll come out here and spin for an hour or so.
As usual, the wind is out here. Just a lovely, fair morning.
So within 5 kilometers of where I am, you can find roads like these that are lightly traveled and get a good workout. So you got to find a place in your area if you're allowed to go out. You don't have to go far, and then you can just do some loops, get yourself a good workout. It's the quietest and quickest way out of town. So whenever we're heading out, we use this route as often as possible. It's lightly traveled, few stops, and very bike friendly. So as I approach this corner, I check left. I think I swung the camera there. Yeah, it's clear. This is Creekside Green, it's called. It's a nice course.
This road is called Creekside Green. It's like a bike route in a way. Heavily traveled by cyclists usually. So it's very unusual to see very few people out here. It has about a 5-kilometer loop where you don't have to stop. So you can get a good workout close to home.
It's up and down. So it's nice. It's got some flat stretches and then a bunch of rollers. So you can get a good workout here. Gradual grades for sustained efforts. You can see I'm belly breathing. If you look at my stomach, that's just how I breathe now. It's become second nature.
I like this road because there's a lot of ups and downs. Not major grades, but from -2
my warm up. In a little while, I decide to go ahead and take the ride to Lake Windcrest because I had not made the decision before I got out here. It just seemed like a good idea.
Across the way, you see that runner?
You hear the wind picking up.
I'm gonna take this shortcut here.
It's a quieter area here. It's kind of a bypass.
Thinking about going to an area called Lake Windcrest today. I think it would be nice for you all to see that. It's very beautiful, quiet, great for riding.
So I'm on 1488 headed west in Montgomery County, heading towards Lake Windcrest. It's a big subdivision. It's on the left, and you see those fences. It's all behind those trees. It spreads out for a bunch of kilometers. It's a whole section of that area. I'm going to the main entrance here. It's a left turn off the highway. I'll go ahead and take the turn because I'm not going to sit there. It's a
One
busy
of our
highway.
stops over there, Subway.
Paul and I stopped there once a long time ago at that Subway. They're closed.
I'm gonna wait for
like
this car,
everyone.
and then I'm going through. I'm sitting in the middle of that intersection. This is the main entrance to Lake Windcrest.
I had come here with the Woodland Cycling Club years ago.
I come here one before with the Woodland Cycling Club, a long time ago. They do a loop, they come here, and they regroup right here under this tree. Once everybody gets back together, and they resume with the different speed groups.
So it was on that ride that I was introduced to this area, and I really liked it. So periodically I come by from time to time.
I want to just show you guys it's beautiful in here. It's a huge subdivision.
It's a lot larger than you will get to see. I just edited for time, showed some highlights because this is a huge area. Might as well be a small
A lot of
village.
cyclists live in here. Some of the guys that ride with Team RR live here.
Yeah, a guy named Mike I know lives here.
Some beautiful homes.
That rides with Team RR.
They basically sold lots and everybody built their homes independently. You didn't have a massive builder come out here and clone homes.
So all the homes are kind of unique. I like that about this area.
Look at this road. Beautiful. We're going into the teeth of the wind here.
Yeah, you can't hide from the wind in here. At some point it hits you. And all their roads are like this. They're nicely paved and quiet. You get a good workout in here. When the Woodland Cycling Club would come in here, they would regroup over there. And as soon as they take off again, of course, the groups would break up. Because they were riding full gas. In a little while, we'll come to the lake.
So there's the lake up ahead that they named this place after.
Lake Windcrest. Man-made. They find like a spring or something,
Coming.
and they
There's the
add
lake.
water to it and
We're gonna get past
grow,
here. This
you know,
guy's
a
walking
little
around.
pond into
Cars coming.
a larger lake. And that's a private lake, so it's mostly access from the back of people's homes. And you pay more for those lots that are around the lake.
me learn the area very well.
I was talking about cycling enabling me to learn the area, because I would have had no reason to come through here if I hadn't been on the Woodlands Club ride that time. And then sometimes you know how it is, you're riding a bike, you say, I just want to check that area out.
Got private docks over there.
Yeah, they got private docks over there behind people's homes, so there's no access from the road. You can only access the lake from the back of those homes that have the rights to use it, I guess.
There's no way to get there, so they're actually providing access at the back of people's homes. I'm sure they paid a pretty penny for that.
I just like how they preserve a lot of the trees in here.
A little bit of water by your house and the price goes up. I usually go left.
We're about to get close to the exit of the property.
Filming this. This is part of the lake that we saw on the opposite side of the property. It's so big that it extends all the way here.
There's a bunch of rollers in here, but I wanted to focus on the lake today.
Usually we go this way, but you can see the lake.
Next time we come, especially if Paul is with me, we'll focus on the
Got
climbs
some
and
nice
stuff.
climbs in here. I don't know if this guy's pulling a skateboard.
Yeah, I see a guy pulling a boat with a bicycle. Caught my eye.
Pulling a boat. Now that's cool.
So I rode up to
I gotta
him,
get closer to him.
and I was like a little
Get this on
kid.
film.
Very industrious.
Now that's cool. That is cool.
Look at that. Let's say we need cars.
That is cool. I like that setup. He's pulling his boat with a bike. Now that's cool. On the home stretch, I decided to work a little bit here.
Going directly into the wind here. And this road has a grade. It's Terramount. I believe it's Terramount Parkway it's called. Paul really likes this route. We're heading out here. Gives you a good workout. Lanes are wide. There aren't too many stops. I decided to just work at about the top of zone 2, thereabouts. Just enough to keep the pressure on. Of course, I'm doing it by feel. My heart rate will have to catch up.
Start to go up a bit, slight grade, falls flat.
So what I'm saying there is that I'm not changing gears. As the road goes up, since the grades are gradual, I put more force in the pedals. My heart rate has finally caught up. Yeah, I was talking about what I said earlier about this being one of Paul's favorite roads. I'm just concentrating on staying smooth. It's a false flat, quite a ways, and then the wind is in my face. Right there you can see it's going up and to the right. Not much.
Feels like a time trial. Keeping the tension on my legs.
What I'm saying was that this is one of the roads that I favor when I'm doing my 20-minute workouts. My 20-minute work intervals, put it that way. Because you can work for a long while before you run into any interruption. I'm riding about a 72-inch gear thereabouts. Yeah, the grade lessened, so my cadence went up. My heart rate went down a bit, a few beats. But I'm still in the range I need to be in. The lady at the corner kind of had me a little concerned. I thought she was going to get out on the road, so I moved over in the left lane. Because it's almost like she didn't see me. I thought she was going to jump in front of me. The wind was out there, but I didn't realize that it was going to interfere with my commentary during the ride. So, it was pretty stiff. We get that this time of year. Daily fronts. The light's green as I come around the corner, and then it switches to yellow, so it goes to red. I do a time lapse here, and you can see when the left signal changed, my concern was, would it change for me because there were no cars behind me? These lights are not consistent in how they're regulated, I guess. But it changed. So that was a nice surprise.
It's nice that the light changed, but some of these, they don't change for you if there's no car behind you after the left turn.
So I resumed my effort because I like to do my hardest work at the end of the ride. Or close to it.
Close out my ride with a hard effort.
I kept this week's clips short. Hopefully next week I'll be able to give more because I'll ramp up the mileage somewhat. Should be interesting. Now that I've got this thing down with the follow mode, you can see how I manipulate the camera very easily. I like the features of the follow mode. I can show a lot more, and I can replicate the movement of my eyes when I ride easier. So I hope this helps you get on the trainer or get out and get some K's in. That's what it's all about. Keep your spirits up.
Kicks up again here. Chance to get out. If you didn't get a chance to get out, get on the trainer.